Emily and Paige's LA itinerary, Tuesday, September 1st. 9 a.m., Econo Lodge breakfast. Don't load up just 'cause it's free. Celeb sighting potential, 0. 11 a.m., Universal Studios tour. CSP, 0. 1 p.m., lunch at Universal City Walk. CSP, 0. 3 p.m., Hollywood Wax Museum. CSP, -0. Emily Mungler and her best friend Paige Harrington were staring at Davy Woodward's shiny black hair and dimpled chin. They were oblivious to the fact that Emily's mother, Lori Mungler, was snapping pictures of their magical moment. "It's so great to finally meet you," Emily said to Davy, looking right at him with her big brown eyes, her rosy cheeks aglow. "You're even cuter in person than you are on TV," Paige chimed in. Like Emily, she also had apple red cheeks, but she had frizzy brown hair and tiny Renee Zellweger eyes. At Cedartown Middle School, where Paige and Emily would soon be 8th graders, people said, not to her face of course, that Paige was a slightly less cute and slightly fatter version of Emily. They also said that Emily was snobby and aloof, not to her face either. Really, Emily was just a little shy and very pretty and didn't care all that much about what other kids thought, which of course only made them care more about her. Emily ran her fingers through her wavy cinnamon brown hair, which had streaks from where she'd tried to turn it blonde with Clairol. She pulled it into a side ponytail and leaned in to kiss her crush. She closed her eyes and imagined Davy was just the tiniest bit nervous about kissing her. But before she could even touch his white James Dean t-shirt, alarm bells sounded. The other tourists in the Hollywood Wax Museum glared at Emily and Paige, whose very berry gloss lips were puckered in Davy's direction. They were extra conspicuous because they were both wearing the same outfit. Deconstructed-looking blue gingham dresses Paige had sewn, and navy Converse minus the shoelaces. They even wore matching word bangle bracelets on their right hands. Emily had one that said, "Paige is my BFF," and Paige's said, "Emily is my BFF." The only difference in their outfits was that Emily had a red fake Gucci purse she'd bought on Hollywood Boulevard minutes earlier. Emily and Paige were in LA for a week's vacation, and they had decided it would be fun to dress the same every day. Their favorite joke was to tell people they were twins, which was ridiculous because they obviously weren't. It was one of Paige's many silly schemes devised to make their lives a little funnier. "You can't touch the statues," a chubby security guard in a too-tight red blazer yelled. He frantically waved his arms, his jacket lifting up over his protruding stomach, even though the alarms had stopped. "Sorry, sir," Paige apologized. "We got excited. We love Davy." "How unusual," the guard mumbled with a smirk. "No one loves Davy like these two," Lori piped up. She put the disposable camera into her bright purple fanny pack, zipped it shut, and patted it twice for good measure. Lori had a point. Many 13-year-old girls might claim to be obsessed with Davy Woodward and could probably recite the intro-level big duh facts. He was 15, the oldest of 3 boys, raised in Ventura by a single mother, and had a fish named Jack. However, most could not tell you the street name of his first LA apartment, Sweetser, his salary for his first episode of Just the 5 of Us, $8,000, his agency, Initiative, or the number of antique cars he owned even though he wasn't old enough to drive. 7. Paige and Emily had a very high Davy Q, thanks to hours logged in front of E-television and years of devouring magazines like People and Us Weekly. Paige insisted on receiving the inside Hollywood information because she wanted to be an actress someday and felt she should know the business, as she would happily tell anyone who asked. Emily simply loved Davy and compared every boy she met to him. Even his wax likeness surpassed the boys back home. "We don't have wax museums in Iowa," Lori smiled to the security guard. "We're just so grateful to be here. You know, I put my desire to go to LA into the universe, and the universe responded.